Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So guys, let's talk about this because I am loving your recommendations and suggestions of videos that you would like to see from me. But I see the common denominator. The common denominator is, hey CD, what does Miss Universe get in terms of prizes for winning the contest? Well, I think we need to start here before we get there. So I see some people are confusing Miss World to Miss Universe. These two are almost similar but very different. Now let's start with when one was created and the other one when it was created. Actually, they're almost the same age because Miss World was created in 1951 by an Englishman and its headquarters are in England to this very day, particularly London. And then Miss Universe was created the following year, 1952. And they don't have headquarters per se, but the rumors are it may be in New York City because when Miss Universe wins the competition, just like Victoria of Denmark, she is going to be based in New York City for the entire year of her reign as Miss Universe. However, if you go to Miss World, basically, she's exactly that, the citizen of the world, because her schedule takes her absolutely everywhere. So wherever she lands, that's her home for that particular period of time. She's going to be there. Now, let's come to this big question of prizes. In Miss World, there are prizes, and these prizes they will tell you, oh, she won this latest Mercedes Benz or this latest BMW, etc., and so on, and so much money that she has won. In most cases, like $1 million or something like that, and probably ends jewelry. They'll tell you the jewelry company that is going to basically dazzle her up. And she also wins some gowns from certain designers that she's going to wear during her reign for trips as well when she's at home, etc., and so on. Miss Universe, on the other end, she goes home with nothing but the crown. Now, this crown of this year, which is Light of Infinity, cost $5.5 million. That is what she walks away with. Oh, by the way, and a luxury apartment in New York City. And then she gets a salary, an annual salary of $250,000 annually. Okay? And it ends there. There are no prizes. She doesn't win a car. She doesn't, none of that. None of that. So now there is this new titles that were introduced in 2024 in Miss Universe, which is the Continental Queens. Now we don't know anything about that. This is brand new. It almost gives supranational because supranational will have the overall winner and then there'll be continental winners. But this continental is like Africa, just Africa alone. But with Miss Universe, they kind of like grouped the continents. Like, for example, Miss Africa, she's also Miss Oceania, you know. And how many countries are in Oceania? There are probably plus or minus 12, which includes Australia and New Zealand, even Fiji. What else that is down under? All those countries in the is it Oceania or Oceania? Whatever, however it's pronounced. That is what she does. So the question is, where will she be? Oh yeah, before we go to that extent, what does she walk away with as a price? Again, this is Miss Universe. She don't walk away with no price, no car, no money, no jewelry or designer wear. Even though Miss Universe covers all of their trips wherever they go, those expenses that includes flights, accommodation, food, entertainment, you name it, it's all provided for by Miss Universe. She just brings her pretty self wherever her schedule leads her. Now, we don't know about the Continental Queens. The only thing I know about the crowns of the Continental Queens, which I'm kind of like double checking. Apparently, it's $3 million, the crown for the Continental Queens, and that's about it that she walks away with. We don't know how much she's going to earn per annum and where she's going to be based. However, I do suspect that she may be the roommate for Miss Universe 2024. So, meaning that Miss Universe 2024 is going to, because the last time I checked, remember, the last time I checked, Miss Universe, the winner, she always has Miss United States as her roommate in New York City. Now, where I'm not a little bit sure about that is that they are roommates or they live in the same building. I don't know that much. But back in the day when it used to be owned by Donald Trump, they used to, Miss USA lived in the Trump Towers while Miss Universe lived somewhere in Manhattan, Upper East Side. I'm not sure if it's West Village or all those villages that are there, but I suspect it's like West Village type of situation. And yeah, and then it probably ends right there. So I don't know. I don't know about these Continental Queens. What exact? Because they are new. We don't know them. This is new to all of us. But all the prices that you are seeing doing the rounds on the internet, I believe they are fake. Because Miss Universe, if you can even go to Miss Universe website, I challenge you to go into Miss Universe website. No, it doesn't mention prices of any title holder, including Miss Universe herself. But we do know that she gets a salary of what do you call this? $250 per annum, which is only, anyways, that entire year that she's going to be Miss Universe. We know that Zozibin is the longest serving Miss Universe. I think 2 years. Is it 2 years? 18 months? So that means she got $250,000 twice. It was no fault of her own because, Kororo came and said, "Hello world, shut yourselves in. Otherwise, I'm taking your butt with me," type of situation. So, yeah, I don't think she can be blamed for that. And then let's look at the rules of Miss World and the rules for Miss Universe. All right. One of the rule is going to be quite controversial for some people, but hold your horses. All right. Because sooner or later, I think it's going to affect Miss World as well at some point. Let's start with Miss World. Miss World is very conservative in nature. It's about queenliness. Like when we talk about queen, we talk the English queen type of situation. If you know how the English queen's supposed to behave, that's Miss World. Sorry, that's Miss World. Number one, let's start with who can contest for Miss World. You have to be a lady born in your country and raised in that country and represents that country you were born in. You must be 18 years old. That's the first thing. You must be 18 years old to 27 years old. Nothing below and nothing above. Okay? And there are these new terms these days to describe pronouns. And this word is cis. So you have to be a cis woman, meaning you have to be a natural woman to stand for Miss World. Guys, these are not my rules. I'm just reporting. If YouTube thinks I'm saying, no, YouTube, I'm educating here. Educating. That's what I'm doing. This is not words of my own. I'm just educating. So yeah, they need to be sister women coming from a country they are going to represent. That means you need to be born and raised there. Not that stuff that we've been seeing in Miss Universe, where Miss Universe used to have almost similar rules, although the age group was from 18 to 30. This time around, they said they don't care how old you are. You could be an 89-year-old lady with a walking stick strutting through those Miss Universe stages. You can do so. All right. That is why we have the oldest contestant to be 41 years old from Malta. Miss Malta was the oldest. The youngest, I believe, she was from Panama. Either Russia or no, is it no? No. Yeah, Panama. Miss Panama, who was withdrawn. She was 19 years old. That's the youngest contestant on the Miss Universe 2024. However, in between these new rules, if you are not a cis woman, meaning once upon a time, bengu unhlanhla, and then I'm like, I feel like unonhlanhla. Then I go and do whatever needs to be done, and then I become unonhlanhla type of situation. That person can enter Miss Universe. We had the first one from Miss Spain. I'm not quite sure if Miss Spain was in 2022 or 2021. You can double check that on your own. The first non cis woman to enter Miss Universe was Miss Spain. And you could tell when she was introducing herself, Uguti, Miss Spania, is it Aspa? Miss Espana type of situation was going on there. And yeah, now this year, I'm not quite sure if there was one or not. Okay, all right, let me not make any suspicions because I did see some. I was like, girl, girl, right? Type of situation. I don't know. Because this time around they did not make any announcement who was what, except for Mia LaRue, who was a deaf contestant that was it was known by everybody. She's a cis woman, but indeed she was the first deaf contestant in Miss Universe. Okay, even though she did withdraw, but the fact of the matter is she opened doors for deaf people to also try out in the future. So yeah, those basically the differences between Miss Universe and Miss World. That is why I love Miss World more. And I love Miss Universe, but I don't think I love it more than I do Miss World. Because I've been a Miss World boy ever since. Miss Universe, I caught it on probably around 1996 or so. Remember, South Africa went into democracy in 1995. And when we started off with Basistan. I know the year before it was Jackie Mofokeng. I know that in 1992. But the person I believe popularized Miss South Africa was Basitsana Makhalimela at the time before she was Kumalo when she won Miss South Africa in the new dispensation. Followed by Peggy Sue Kumalo, followed by who else that I remember back in Krishna Naika in 1997, etc. and so on. Joan Strauss in 2000, all of that. And all these girls used to go and compete in Miss World. And where I even fell more in love with Miss World was because it was being held in South Africa consecutive times. I think like 3 or 4 consecutive times in Sun City. And it used to be hosted by Brooke Logan. I forgot what's her real name. From The Bold and the Beautiful. She used to be the constant host. Rich as well, Forrester. I think the first time around, he and she, Brooke Logan and Rich Forrester, they hosted Miss World in those days. What else am I leaving behind from the questions that I'm getting from you guys regarding the price? There's no prices, guys. It's fake what you are hearing from the YouTube streets or on social media because even the website of Miss Universe, you don't see prices. But if you go to Miss World, however, you are going to see prices as to what the queen for 2025 is going to win if she wins Miss World. Oh, yeah, the last thing that I forgot to mention during the competition on Miss Universe, they will show you the national costume. In the Miss World, there's no national costume, but they do have something almost similar to a national, but it's more like old folks stuff. Either you tell a story, it's got nothing to do with national costumes, unlike how in Miss Universe they would show or they will have national costumes. But you will see all the other stuff that you see in Miss Universe also in Miss World. That includes the costume competition, the evening wear costume, including the evening gown you are going to be crowned in. And they also have like activities that they also follow them in, including talent and all of that stuff, which score them points towards the crown. All right. So this is as far as I know about Miss World and Miss Universe. So these prices that everybody's talking, don't listen to people who've never won anything in their lives. I think it is I'm sorry guys, but stop listening to people who even one medal Buffett a bronze come home with a bronze. That's still something. Don't listen. They don't know these things, guys. They have no idea. But Alois Wangati this year. Some of them even admitted, which I didn't even know all of this until the story that broke, that got all of us on each other's throats. Okay, guys. So I feel like I have said what needed to be said about the Continental girls. I don't know. It's a possibility that they may be based somewhere. I think they'll be based in New York as well, because since they are Miss these continents, they will at some point be visiting these countries. So I don't know what kind of invitations they're going to get. Maybe if the one of the countries or all the countries that they are representing, maybe they have a national day, they'll be invited to it. If there is I don't know, but I'm sure they're going to be going to gala dinners to introduce them and all of that stuff. But I don't know what the duties are going to be. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. I'm not going to make up things that I have no idea, unless their duties will be similar as that of Miss Universe. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. I have absolutely no idea. I wish I could tell you, but I suspect that indeed the only truth is that they may be based in New York City. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we'll see as we learn about these new titles. What exactly do they benefit out of them? What does the world as well benefit out of them? Yeah. So UCC has not dodged the bullet because South Africa has to be part of it. South Africa has to be part of her schedule because it's Miss Africa and Oceania. Guys, anyways, please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And we shall see each other in my next video. And I am noting every suggestion and recommendation you guys have about these beauty pageants. And I'm so happy that you guys are taking an interest in this. I really am. Because we are going to Miss World very, very soon. And you're going to be hearing a lot about Miss World South Africa from me and stuff like that. Bye, guys. Bye. Ciao. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Bye.